So here in this list, we have a number of adjectives, and we talked about them. We talked about the opposites of these adjectives. So we covered this in our last lesson. Let me check what else did we cover. Just a second. Okay, so this is what we talked about. Let's see the lesson before it. آخر حاجة تكلمنا عليها. تكلمنا على yes, we talked about can for possibility. So we talked about a holiday in San Francisco, some of the activities. So we talked about these activities, and we talked about how to use can and can't for possibility. We talked about the stress. You cannot stress can in questions and in positive. We can only stress it. We can only stress it in negatives. Can't, or if it's an يعني لما تبدأ جواب لي yes no question أيضا حتكون stressed. Yes you can and no you can't. So هذا كان آخر موضوع تكلمنا عليه. Okay. Now here we also talked about number 2. We talked about some of our cities and some of the places we know. We compared them, we talked about them. We also read about Phuket and Bangkok. I think most of you want to go to Phuket. Does anybody want to go to Bangkok? ولا الكل اختار Phuket؟ المكان الأول. Phuket, yeah, Manal, you said you like the beach, walking yes. Under the stars. What about Bangkok? Who chose Bangkok? في شخص في هال... Did anybody want to go to the capital? Sisabil, what did you choose?
Phuket.
You also chose Phuket. Okay, so almost everybody chose Phuket. All right, so now in this sentence, I want you to tell me which sentences are, actually there's only one sentence, I think it's false. So I want you to read these 5 sentences. So these 5 sentences are comparing Phuket to Bangkok. All right, so I want you to read these 6 sentences and then tell me which one is false. يعني عندنا جملة واحدة من ال5 جمل, it's false. All right, so take a minute, read them, and then let me know which one do you think is false. Okay.
I finished.
Okay. So which one do you think is false, Omni Media? Which one, in your opinion, is false? Which number? What do you think?
A.
A is false?
Yes.
Okay, let me take you back. خلنا نرجع للقطعة نشوفوا أسامي الهوتيلات. Let's go back. So the Kata Hotel, this is in Phuket, right?
Yes.
So how many rooms does it have?
23.
All right, let's compare it. Let's compare it to the other hotel. Let's compare it خنقارنوه بالسوادي Hotel in Bangkok. How many rooms does the Sawadi Hotel have?
162 rooms.
Right. So, and the question, it says the Kata Hotel is smaller than the Sawadi. Is this true or false?
True.
Okay. So which one is false? What do you think? Which one is false? What do you think?
I think E.
E, the holiday in Bangkok is more expensive. Okay, let's check. Let's check. So the holiday in Phuket, how much is the holiday per week, Manan? What is the cost per week?
15,070.
Is this 15,000 or is it 1,500?
صح 1,500.
Okay, so this is 105,000 euros per week, right?
Yes.
Okay, what about the other hotel? Let me take you to the other hotel. Here it is. How much is it per week? The Sawadi Hotel, how much per week?
1,150, 40.
Okay, 1,000 and is it 150? Okay, let's check.
مش 50 40.
40, 1,240. You're right. Okay, which one is more expensive? What does what did the question say? سؤال على قال وين هو؟ أنت اخترتي E. The holiday in Bangkok is more expensive. What do you think? Is this true or false?
False. ما false, true. صح؟
True. Okay, خلينا نقارنه. In Phuket 1,570. صح؟
false يعني.
And in Bangkok 1,240. والجملة قالت the holiday in Bangkok is more expensive.
يلا في النهاية.
Is it true or false?
أنا أتوقع أن الأسئلة أن الجمل كلهم true.
لا هو لكن قال واحدة فقط false. What do you think, Rana? Which one is false?
E.
E is actually false. يعني إجابتك الأولى صحيحة يا منال. E false.
أنا قلت إيه يعني لك لخبطت بس في الأرقام.
هو الإي إجابة صحيحة صح. لأن لو تلاحظوا في إي وعليكم السلام رنين لو تلاحظوا في الإجابة صح أن Phuket is more expensive. Phuket is 1,500 حاجة و Bangkok is 1,200. So this means E is false والباقي true.
The holiday is Bangkok is more expensive يعني مش بمعنى إنه بانكوك أغلى.
صح.
طيب وهنا كم الرقم كان في
بالنسبة لبانكوك 1240 1000 per week 1,240 euros per week. وبالنسبة للبوكيت it was 1,570.
طيب الأغلى
70 صح 1,570. So which one is more expensive? This means of course Phuket is more expensive صح؟
Yes.
وفي الجملة عاطينها لنا بالعكس في الجملة بانكوك أغلى وهذا غير صحيح. It's false.
يعني الجملة الصحيحة the holiday in Phuket is more expensive.
Correct. صحيح. The holiday in Phuket is more expensive.
Yes.
أو نستعمله بدل expensive cheaper. مثلا لو نجاوبه the holiday in Bangkok is cheaper تكون تمام تكون معلومة صحيحة لأنها أرخص فعلا. The holiday in Bangkok
نقدروا نكملوا نقولوا the holiday in Bangkok is cheaper than Phuket.
بالضبط. أصلا هي هذه الطريقة الصحيحة السليمة الكاملة بالشكل هذا. The holiday in Bangkok is more expensive than Phuket. صح. بس ممكن نسببها في الجملة الأخيرة بحكم أن نعرف إحنا المقارنة بين شنو يعني بين المدينتين فيعني استغنوا عليها كمثال أخير. بس طريقتك هي المفروض اللي نتقيدوا بها الطريقة الكاملة بين الشيئين، المقارنة تكون بذكر الشيئين إلا في حالات استثنائية، يعني زي المثال بحكم أنها آخر نقطة والسؤال كله في سياق مقارنة. So it's clear. لكن غير ذلك مفروض يتوضح الأشياء اللي فيها مقارنة يعني. This is the idea.
Yes.
Alright, so this means all of them are true. كلهم صحيحات إلا آخر واحدة. It's of course it's false. So this is true, this is true, this is true, this is true, and the last one is false. Okay, so now I want you to take a look at question number 5. So we want to talk a little bit about comparison, comparing. هنتكلم على قصة المقارنة شوية وكيفية المقارنة بين الأشياء، بعض المعلومات أو بعض التيبس. So let's start here. It says look at the sentences. طبعا حنبنوا قواعدنا كلها in number 5 from number 4. فكل المعلومات حنستخرجها من number 4. So let me put number 4 in a box. So here is number 4. So question number 5. It says look at the sentences in number 4 and find the comparatives, then compare the rule. Okay. أول شيء وظيفتنا نبحث على الكومباراتيفز. الكومباراتيفز اللي هم الكلمات اللي فيها المقارنة. مثال يعني smaller مثلا. So let's look for all of them. In A, smaller
hotter,
الأولى. hotter صح.
noisier,
that's correct. crowded صح. correct.
more expensive.
correct. and more crowded or more expensive صح. alright, إذا الجزئية الأولى حليناها. We found all of them, all of the comparative words. Now let's start with the first tip. The first rule or the first tip, it says most one-syllable adjectives, for example small or add, we old, small or old, we add something.
ER.
Okay, that's correct. But who can tell me what does it mean one syllable adjective؟ شو قصدهم يعني one syllable adjective؟
one syllable يعني الword تتكون من مقطع واحد.
صح. مثلا small قطعة واحدة صح. small. hot أو cold أو old صح ولا؟ new مثلا. فالمجموعة هذه من الكلمات كلها تضاف لها ال ER. بس في إضافة يعني تغيير بسيط في النقطة الثانية. It says with one syllable adjectives ending in consonant, vowel, consonant. يعني لو الادجكتيف اللي عندك اللي هو one syllable الادجكتيف القصير هذا الصغير لو كانت في التركيبة اللي هي consonant, vowel, consonant مثلا H O T H consonant O vowel T consonant صح؟ أو نفس الشيء مع big اللي هي B consonant I vowel and G consonant.
Yes.
حيحصل double للlast letter. للفاول حيصير لها doubling. لا مش للفاول للكونسونانت.
الكونسونانت الأخير. Yes.
الكونسونانت الأخير حيكون عندنا double sound right. وبعدين نضيفه
ER.
Okay خلينا نتأكد ونشوفوا كان الكلام صحيح. Let's take a look and let's check the example. Can you take a look at the word hotter and bigger? Does it have a double consonant in the end or no double consonant?
عندنا في المثال smaller وhotter.
تمام. small عفوا smaller ما ينطبقش على الكلام. لأن smaller double L موجودة في الادجكتيف من الأول. يعني
عندنا في السنتنس
hotter صح.
Yes.
hotter صار الكلام هذا اللي هو كانت في الأصل hot H O T بس صار double T double للحرف الأخير. بس يعني تعتبر النقطة الأولى والثانية قاعدة واحدة يعني حقيقة اختلاف spelling فقط يعني الاثنين نفس الموضوع نزيدهم ER. أوكي لأنهم one syllable adjective يعني adjective بمقطع صوتي واحد، مقطع قصير واحد. hotter, bigger, louder, stronger, smaller, older وغيرها من الأمثلة. أوكي، الآن حيكون في شوية تغيير، حنتكلموا على أوكي خلنا نفصلوهم. النقطة الثانية أو الثالثة هي بس حتكون مختلفة عن المجموعة الأولى. with 2 syllable adjectives ending with y. أوكي، إذا الموضوع مخصص لل 2 syllable adjectives بشرط نهايتهم y.
remove y and added ies.
Is it
change ال I y
بالضبط. Yes, so we remove the y or we change it and we change it to I وبعدها حنضيفه ER. Okay, let's check. خلينا نشوفوا مثال للكلام هذا لو كان صحيح أو لا.
noisy
بالضبط.
noisy noiser.
عندنا noisy و noisier ينطبق عليها القاعدة هذه. والموضوع الأول اللي هو small smaller، النقطة الأولى مثال لها، والنقطة الثالثة hot hotter مثال لها. Okay, let's check. Who can give me other examples؟ من عندها أمثلة ثانية تتبع في القاعدة رقم 3 اللي هي noisy, noisier, happy, happier. Do we have other words? Other adjectives? friendly, friendlier. صحيح، كويس. What else؟ شنو ثاني؟ تمام رنين.
slowly.
slow, slowly. صح.
cry
cry تعتبر verb. واحنا محتاجين صفات، محتاجين adjectives. فcry ما يمشيش الحال.
sunny.
sunny, sunnier. صح. عندنا حوالي 3 أو 4 adjectives لهم علاقة بالطقس. noisy, noisier معنا مكتوبة في المثال. أمثلة لها علاقة بالطقس أغلبها تنطبق عليها القاعدة هذه. منهم اللي سميتها رنا sunny, sunnier. What else؟ لو كان الجو مثلا مسحب كيف نقوله؟
snowy.
snowier. مثلج هو مش مسحب لكن صحيح. لكن المثال صح. snowier معناها نقدر نقوله مثلا today اليوم is snowier than yesterday. مثلا الاثنين كان فيهم rainier ممطر وأكثر مطر. مثلا Tunisia is rainier than Libya مثلا، ولا نقوله the UK is rainier than Egypt مثلا. ولا the weather today is rainier than yesterday. It's rainy, rainier, sunny, sunnier, happy, happier. أيضا عندنا windy, windy, windier. عندنا cloudy, cloudy, cloudier. وهكذا يعني. فالفكرة في النقطة الثالثة اللي هم syllables اللي فيهم مقطعين صوتيين. أوكي. ونهايتهم y، مجرد نغيروا ال y ب I ونضيفوا ER. يعني لو تجوا تفكروا في الموضوع، عندنا النقطة الأولى والثانية والثالثة يعني فيهم شبه كبير، كلهم لأن نهايتهم ER صح؟ يعني كلهم ينتهوا بنفس الكيفية. Okay, now next point, النقطة الرابعة. It says here in the 4th point, with most other 2 syllables, 2-syllable and 3-syllable adjectives, we put something before the adjective.
Or?
Yes, you have to use more. يعني أغلب الadjectives اللي هي فيها مقطعين صوتيين أو 3 اللي هي باختصار يعني adjectives طويلة يعني crowded, expensive, intelligent, important, interesting, exciting. كل الادجكتيفز من الصنف هذا من العائلة هذه ضروري من إضافة more. يعني مش ممكن نغيره في الادجكتيف نفسه. يعني ما نقدروش نقوله crowdeder مثلا ER أو expensiver مثلا غير صحيح. Okay, we have to add more. هذه الفكرة.
more.
Okay. والنقطة الأخيرة خلينا نفصله بين النقطة هذه واللي بعدها. النقطة الأخيرة هي تتكلم عن الادجectives اللي هي مشادين على القاعدة، يعني irregular، يعتبروا irregular adjectives. عندنا مجموعة adjectives يعتبروا irregular، أشهرهم good و bad. يعني المفروض good لو كانت يعني adjective عادية المفروض نضيفوا لها ال ER فقط، صح؟ لأنها one syllable. good gooder المفروض، بس لأن good تعتبر irregular يعني ما تتبعش في القاعدة، هتتغير ل better. Okay, so for example, my car is better than yours, or your phone is better than mine. Okay, ف better اللي هي صيغة المقارنة في الأفضلية، الشيء أفضل من شيء ثاني هنستعمله better. alright. نفس القصة مع bad. يعني bad لو هي كانت تعتبر adjective عادية كان المفروض يكون badder، بس هي مش adjective عادية، يعني مش صفة منتظمة، صفة يعني من مجموعة الصفات الغير منتظمة أو الشاذة اللي هي حتكون bad، حتصبح worse. bad worse. مثلا لو كان اليوم الجو أسوأ من أمس حنقول the weather today is worse than yesterday. The weather today is worse than yesterday. Or the weather yesterday was worse than today. فيعني أسوأ من هنستعمل worse. أوكي؟ خلينا نراجع على السريع الفكرة العامة في قصة المقارنة رقم 5. وأيضا خلينا نوريكم أمثلة للقاعدة اللي هم أمثلة more crowded، وأيضا نفس الكلام على more expensive نفس القاعدة. ما عندناش مثال ل better أو worse في القائمة، يعني النقطة الأخيرة ما فيهاش أمثلة في الأكسرسايز. أوكي، خلينا نبدأ من جديد على السريع. أوكي، number 1 with most one syllable adjectives اللي هم الصفات اللي فيهم مقطع صوتي واحد مجرد إضافة ER فقط. small smaller، hot old older. مثلا the Kata hotel is smaller than the Sawati hotel. So this is an example. But if we have in the spelling of the adjective لو عندنا في spelling التركيبة اللي هي consonant vowel consonant، حرف ساكن متحرك ساكن، حيكون في double للحرف الساكن الأخير. يعني hot hotter صح، هي في النطق ما فيش فرق، يعني مجرد ER بس T حيكون فيها double T. hotter. اوكي، نفس الشيء مع big bigger double G E R. alright, so hot hotter big bigger حيكون في doubling للحرف الأخير وبعدها ER. عندنا المجموعة الثالثة اللي هم two syllable adjectives اللي نهايتهم Y. noisy حتصبح noisier، حيتم تبديل ال Y with an I and then we put ER. So noisy noisier. happy happier, we remove the Y and we put we put ER. noisier, cloudier, sunnier, rainier. Okay, and most other two syllable three syllable adjectives يعني أي صفة بتكون طويلة شوية أو يعني عندها مقطعين أو 3 مقاطع صوتية، يعني مجرد حنستعمله more في المقارنة. مثلا نقارنوا مدينتين. Bangkok is more crowded than Phuket. يعني في ازدحام مروري أكثر. more crowded. The holiday in Bangkok is more expensive. هنستعمل more قبل استعمال expensive. اوكي، والنقطة الأخيرة اللي هي للصفات الغير منتظمة أو الصفات الشاذة. good حتصبح better في المقارنة، bad حتصبح worse. مثلا مثال، خلينا نستعمل مثال في good وفي اللي هي في better في worse. مثلا Ahmed's phone is better than mine. The weather today is better than yesterday. Worse نديروا أسوأ مثلا. الجو اليوم أسوأ من أمس. is worse than yesterday. طبعا yesterday بالنهاية y مش you. اوكي وضحت الفكرة. هذه طريقة المقارنة بين two nouns. المقارنة بين اسمين أو بين شيئين حنحتاجه للcomparative أو صيغة المقارنة للadjective. يعني مجرد بنغيروا الadjective بنخلوه للمقارنة. يعني صغير بتصبح أصغر، ساخن حتصبح أسخن، مزدحم حتصبح أكثر ازدحاما. وهذه الفكرة يعني نطبقها.
لو حنطبقوها الجملة الأخيرة متاع the weather على اليوم وأمس نقدر نقولوا the weather today is colder than yesterday صح؟
The weather today is colder than yesterday. لو كان أبرد حنقولوا colder. لو كان مثلا مسحب أكثر حنقولوا cloudier. The weather today is cloudier than yesterday. عندنا أيضا كلمة dry جاف. The weather today is drier than yesterday. أكثر جفافا. dry لأن dry حتى هي تعتبر زي المجموعة هذه اللي هي نهايتها y. هيتم إزالة الواي ومن حنحطه IER. drier أكثر جفافا.
رطب.
عندنا طريقتين. ممكن نستعمل wet أو ممكن نستعمل humid كرطوبة. طبعا humid حتنطبق عليها القاعدة اللي هي رقم 4 more humid.
Yes.
لأنها فيها two syllables. مقطعين وما فيهاش نهايتها ما فيهاش y. فما نقدروش نطبقوا عليها القاعدة الثالثة. فمنقولوا more humid. في الحقيقة غالبيتهم حيمشوا مع المجموعة هذه اللي هي more. لأن أي كلمة فأكثر من مقطعين أو أكثر نهايتها مش y حنضطر لاستعمال more. فهتلاحظوها more موجودة بكثرة يعني. Okay?
Yes.
So this is the idea. So now let's go to exercise number 6. Let's take a look. So exercise number 6, I want you to write the comparatives. Okay, so let me read the adjectives. هما طبعا عطينا الصيغة هي الأصلية أو الأولى للadjectives. So we have boring, dirty, beautiful, good, safe, bad. Here we have big and here we have dangerous. Okay, so now who can give me comparatives of these verbs? For example, of these adjectives. Boring. What's the comparative of boring?
More boring.
That's it. More boring. More boring. هل نقدر نقوله مثلا boringer?
No.
No. Yes. حنضطر لاستعمال more boring. Very nice. What about number 2? Dirty. What's the
dirtier.
dirtier. Okay, خلينا نكتبوهم. صحيح الكلام. Dirtier is correct. Let's put that.
لا خليها
Okay, so boring is more boring.
والله نقول لي بابا الله.
Okay, dirty is اتفقنا أنها هي dirtier. Okay, what about beautiful? Number 3.
More beautiful.
Correct. More beautiful. Okay. في شوية دوشة مني عند الطالب الجديد هذا مداير دوشة. Okay, more beautiful is correct. More beautiful. Okay, what about good?
Better.
That's right. Better. Safe.
safer
safer.
Safer.
plus
Safer.
R.
Yes. What about bad? Badder?
Worse.
Worse.
Worse. Okay.
دكتور
Yes.
سيف اي واحدة بس ما هو هي اصلا سائقة.
صح. معناها في الحقيقة صح كلامك سيسب، معناها بنضيفه R فقط في سيفر، لأن هي فيها E من الأول، مش حنضيفه E تانية، فحتكون سيفر، لأن لو بنضيفه حتصبح كلمة ثانية، ما عندناش كلمة بالشكل هذا يعني. فسيف يعني ممكن نوعا ما استثناء في السبيلنج بتاعها، يعني مجرد إضافة R safer. Worse. What about big?
Bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger.
The spelling?
Double G E R.
G-R.
Yeah, that's correct. Dangerous?
More
More
dangerous.
dangerous.
Yes. Okay. فهذه الفكرة بصفة عامة، يعني أي adjective، أي صفة تقابلكم تقدروا تستعملوها للمقارنة بين شيئين فقط، يعني حتديروا التغيير أو التعديل البسيط هذا، وبعدها يعني حتمشي الأمور كويس. Okay, so now we want to do some listening here in number 7. So we're gonna listen to Luke and Monica planning a holiday in Thailand. All right. إذا عندنا لوك وزوجته مونيكا. They want to go to Thailand. All right. So the question is, where does each person want to go? So this means Monica wants to go to one place and Luke wants to go to another place. Okay. معناها مش متفقين على المكان اللي هل حيمشوا لبوكيت، هل حيمشوا لبانكوك، الباين أن مش متفقين. Okay. So it says here, find one reason why they want to go there. Okay. So we want to find the reason why they want to go to each place. So let's do the listening. Let me show you the track. Okay.
Face2face Elementary, CD2.
CD3.
About the couple on Everest?
Expensive.
Yes, but I love the beach. I'm happy to spend every day there.
There's lots to do there.
Okay, here it is.
No, you can't.
Bad.
Can you stay there?
Yes, you can. Can you rent a car?
No, you can't.
What can you do there?
You can go for walks.
Expensive.
Yes, but I love the beach. I'm happy.
Where do you want to go, Monica?
Okay, هذه البداية. شو
Where do you want to go, Monica?
It's difficult. Phuket's more beautiful than Bangkok.
But maybe Bangkok's more interesting.
Yes, maybe. But Phuket looks better than Bangkok. Look at the photos. It's beautiful.
Yes, but Bangkok's a fantastic city. There's lots to do there. We can go sightseeing, visit Buddhist temples, go to markets, go shopping.
Maybe, but Bangkok's more crowded.
Well, all capital cities are crowded.
And the people in Phuket are probably friendlier. They usually are in smaller places.
But Phuket's more expensive.
Yes, but I love the beach. I'm happy to spend every day there.
Yes, but you know I'm not really a beach person. It's boring after a couple of days.
But you can go for walks, or you can rent a motorbike and go round the island.
I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Phuket's probably safer too, especially at night. And it's quieter. I want to relax, Luke. It's a holiday.
But we can go to a beach near Bangkok, you know, just for a day or two. And next year we...
Okay. So Luke is the husband. He's the man. And of course, Monica is the wife. So where does Luke want to go? Where does he want to go?
Bangkok.
Okay. Who agrees? Who thinks... من متفق معهم الميديا. Who thinks Luke wants to go to Bangkok? Or does he want to go to Phuket? What do you think?
Monica wants to go to Bangkok.
To Phuket?
Phuket, yes, Phuket.
Okay. What do you think, Rana? Do you think that's right? Monica wants to go to Phuket and Luke wants to go to Bangkok?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct, actually. That's right, yeah. So Luke wants to go to the capital. He wants to go to Bangkok, but his wife wants to go to the island. Excuse me, she wants to go to Phuket, to the beach. Okay, who can give me one reason why does Luke want to go to Phuket, to Bangkok? Why does Luke want to go to Bangkok?
Because more interesting, there's shopping and I think crowded.
But is it a good thing if it's more crowded or not a good thing?
No.
Okay, but it's a bad thing. But you're right. He thinks Bangkok is more interesting, and there's shopping. There are more things to do, right, in Bangkok, in the capital.
I think because cheaper.
Cheaper. It's also cheaper. Oh,
yes.
That's correct. Okay, but why does Monica want to go to Phuket?
Because she loves the beach.
Yes.
Yes,
What else? Safer
at night.
Safer at night. أيضا صحيحة. That's correct. Phuket is
because
the
it's
people is
quiet.
very friendly.
Yes, quiet, more quiet than
Bangkok.
And the people are friendlier, right?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, these are some of the reasons. Okay, now I want you to complete part B. Okay, can you see this list? So we want to complete it with the right form of the adjective. The comparative form. هنستعمل صيغة المقارنة. And after we finish, we are going to listen again to check. Okay?
Okay.
So here we want to use the comparative form of the adjective.
Okay.
So take a few minutes. When you finish number 1 to 9, just tell me that you're ready and we can listen.
I am ready.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
Cecile, are you ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay, nice. Rana, what about you?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do it in turn, okay? So let's start from the first one. Okay. So I'm going to read number 1 and then we can do number 2. So number 1, Phuket's more beautiful than Bangkok. Cecile, what about number 2, Cecile?
Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Okay, so Bangkok is more interesting than Phuket. Okay, number 3. Where's Rana? Can you do number 3?
Okay.
Potter.
Pocket looks better than Bangkok.
Okay, correct. Phuket looks better than Bangkok. Okay.
Down. What's down?
Manal?
Yes.
اوكي. توقعتك انت تتكلمي بصوت عالي.
لا.
Okay, what about number 4? Ayush, would you like to do number 4?
I am. Well,
No, we want to see another student here. Aisha, would you like to do number 4?
Cloud. Cloud.
Okay.
More cloud.
More
Cloud than.
More crowded.
More crowded.
That's right, that's correct. Yeah, and Bangkok's more crowded
Than.
Phuket. Correct. More crowded than. Nice. Okay, Manal, what about number 5, Manal?
more.
More.
Okay.
More friendly. Down.
Okay.
More friendly down. More.
اوكي خلينا نشوفوا شخص ثاني. منال شنو رايك؟ What do you think؟ هل نستعملوا more؟
No. Friendlier.
Yes. وspelling؟
Friendlier.
Yes, so we remove the Y and we put friendlier, ER, IER, are friendlier, صح?
Yes.
Because friendly, it ends with a Y, and this means we have to use IER.
Yes.
Okay, where's Omnomedia? Omnomedia, what about number 6? What do you think? Omnomedia.
Okay, but Phuket's more expensive than Bangkok.
Yes, is more expensive than. Okay, what about number 7? Who would like to do number 7?
More expensive, more interesting.
That's correct. Bangkok's more interesting. More interesting. That's correct. What about number 8?
Safer.
That's correct, yeah. Phuket's probably safer. 2. Okay, what about the last one?
And it's quieter.
Quieter.
That's correct, and it's quieter. Quieter too. Quieter.
دكتور في درس سابق خدينا لما تكون تو يعني لشيء مش محبد صح؟
صح.
بس هنا السيفر جاية سيفتي ولا أمان.
صحيح. بس لو تلاحظي التو هنا جت بعد الصفة صح؟
المرة اللي فاتت خدناها أعتقد قبل to
صح.
quite
بالضبط. والاستعمال السابق كان يعني الصفة ما نغيروش فيها حتى تقعد، يعني ما نقولوش مثلا too safer، حنقولوا too safe أو too quiet أو too مثلا too hot صح؟
yes.
فهنا المعنى استعمال to لمعنى مختلف. يعني to هنا بمعنى أيضا
like me too.
like me too. So if I say I like chocolate وانت متفقة معي حتقولي me too. me too. فهذه نفس استعمال me too، نفس الطريقة يعني.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the answers. This is how we can compare between two cities. Now, before we listen again.
Teacher, friendlier.
Yes.
ليش ما ضفنا than? Friendlier than.
ممكن نقدر نكملها يعني. And the people in Phuket are probably friendlier than. كويس، سؤال ممتاز هو ذا. friendlier than، لكن حنضطر نكمله friendlier than the people in Bangkok. ضروري ما نكملوها كلها يعني. بانكوك. بالضبط يعني. طبعا هنا تعتبر الإضافة الأخيرة نوعا ما إضافية مش إجبارية في المثال رقم 5 مثلا، لأن واضح السياق المقارنة بين من ومن. هذا السبب يعني لو تلاحظوا مثال رقم 1 و2 و3 و4 أيضا نقارنوا بين نفس الشيئين، يعني كل هالمقارنة بين بوكيت وبين بانكوك. يعني فلما نوصل لرقم 5 نقول مثلا and the people in Phuket are probably friendlier، فالمستمع الطبيعي بيفكر friendlier يعني than who، يعني أكثر، يعني ودودين أكثر من أكيد من الناس اللي موجودين في بانكوك. نقطة يعني اللي بنوصلها يا رنيم أن في الغالب كلامك صحيح 100%، ضروري ما نكملوها than بس يعني عادي في مثال زي هذا لما يبدأ السياق واضح ما فيش داعي يعني. The people in Phuket are probably friendlier.
أعتقد الأخيرة 9 and it's quieter than Bangkok صح؟
لو نكملوها كاملة and it's Phuket is safer too and it's quieter than Bangkok. لو منكملوا الإجابة كاملة صح. and it's quieter than Bangkok. Alright.
number 7 ما كملناهاش.
مش على جمل منفصلة، هي على هيئة يعني زي المعلومات فتكون فيك جمل مكملة للأخرى، يعني ما فيش داعي أن نردوا نقولوا ذان.
صحيح كلامك بسمة بالضبط، لأن كلها عبارة عن اقتباسات وآراء بين لوك وزوجته مونيكا، كل واحد ورأيه. فمجرد احنا يعني حنكتبوا آراء الزوجين، كل زوج عنده رأي مختلف على المدن، فما هياش مقارنة شاملة أو منهجية يعني. فهذا السبب أن ما فيش داعي نذكروا ذان في كل الأمثلة. لكن كلام رنا صح، نسينا ذان. مثلا رقم 7 I still think Bangkok's more interesting. هنا إجبارية ذان لأن مكتوبة المدينة الثانية بوكيت صح؟ لاحظوها رقم 7. So النمبر 7 ضروري حنكتبوا المقارنة كاملة يعني. I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket. لكن على سبيل المثال لو مش مذكور المكان فنقدر نتوقفوا more interesting. I still think Bangkok's more interesting، لأن هذا حيكون رد على كلام زوجته اللي كانت تقول بوكيت is more beautiful. هي قالت لها more beautiful ورد عليها قال لها more interesting. فيعني هذه أحد الأسباب يعني. Okay.
Doctor, number
Yes.
5, I didn't understand number 5. Why did we use ER? IER.
Good question. Yeah, because there's a rule. The rule is related to adjectives which end with the letter Y. So for example, sunny or cloudy or noisy. So what we do is, in these adjectives which have 2 syllables and they end with Y, نهايتهم Y, وفيهم مقطعين صوتيين 2 syllables, we just remove the Y and we put IER. So friendly, friendlier, sunny, sunnier, cloudy, cloudier, windy, windier, noisy, noisier. This is the idea. Okay. So now my question in part C is, who says the sentences in part B? Is it Luke or is it Monica? For example, number 1, Phuket's more beautiful than Bangkok. Who says this?
Monica.
Monica.
All right, so let's write letter M. So this is Monica. What about number 2? Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Luke.
Phuket looks better than Bangkok.
Monica.
Okay. Bangkok's more crowded than Phuket.
Luke.
Monica.
Yes, actually, Monica.
Yes.
لأن هي اللي بتطلع على العيوب في بانكوك.
Yes.
And the people in Phuket are probably friendlier.
Monica.
Correct. But Phuket's more expensive than
Luke.
احنا المفروض كنا more expensive than Bangkok. عندنا خطأ. اوكي خلينا نصلح الخطأ. More expensive than Bangkok. Yeah, this is what Luke said. All right. What about number 7?
Luke.
That's correct. He thinks Bangkok is more interesting. So this is Luke. Phuket's probably safer.
Monica.
Yeah, this is Monica. Number 9, and it's quieter than Bangkok.
Monica.
All right, nice. Okay, so let's listen one last time and let's check our answers. Let's see if all of them are correct.
Where do you want to go, Monica?
It's difficult. Phuket's more beautiful than Bangkok.
But maybe Bangkok's more interesting.
Yes, maybe. But Phuket looks better than Bangkok. Look at the photos. It's beautiful.
Yes, but Bangkok's a fantastic city. There's lots to do there. We can go sightseeing, visit Buddhist temples, go to markets, go shopping.
Maybe, but Bangkok's more crowded.
Well, all capital cities are crowded.
And the people in Phuket are probably friendlier. They usually are in smaller places.
But Phuket's more expensive.
Yes, but I love the beach. I'm happy to spend every day there.
Yes, but you know I'm not really a beach person. It's boring after a couple of days.
But you can go for walks, or you can rent a motorbike and go round the island.
I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Phuket's probably safer too, especially at night. And it's quieter. I want to relax, Luke. It's a holiday.
But we can go to a beach near Bangkok, you know, just for a day or two. And next year we...
Okay, so what about our answers? Are they correct? Yes. وأيضا لو لاحظتوا في الconversation نفسها في الغالب ما يستعملوش than صح؟ يعني قليل ما استعملوها than
إلا لو اسم المدينة في النهاية.
بالضبط صح. يعني اللي هي معناها رقم 3 اللي مونيكا ولوك في حوارهم استعملوا than حتكون اللي هي رقم 3. هذا لا يعني ان احنا اجابتنا خطأ، لكن اضافتنا يعني زايدة، بس هي هذه قصة يعني يمكن الاستغناء عنها. المثالين الوحيدين في الحقيقة يعني في conversation بين لوك ومونيكا number 3 and number 7 بس استعملوا فيهم than، الباقي كلها دراها من غير than، وهذا طبعا صحيح يعني مش خطأ. لو معروف المقارنة بين شنو يعني من السياق معروفة يعني. Alright, so very nice. Our answers are correct. That's great. And we also checked our answers in part D. So we finished this part. Okay, so now I want you to listen and practice, okay? So we have some listen and practice. Okay. So خلينا نرجع الإجابات. خلينا نخليها من غير إجابة أحسن. Okay, number 8, sorry. Let's do number 8. So I want you to listen and practice the sentences in number 7B. So can you see these 9 sentences? So we're gonna listen to these sentences. So I want you to listen and repeat. So let's listen and repeat.
Recording 8.6.
Phuket's more beautiful than Bangkok.
More beautiful than Bangkok.
Okay.
It's more beautiful than Bangkok.
Phuket's more beautiful than Bangkok.
Phuket more beautiful than Bangkok.
Right.
Phuket more beautiful than Bangkok.
But don't forget the verb to be, because it's more beautiful, right? There is. Phuket's more beautiful.
Yes.
All right, so let's listen to the second example.
Bangkok's more interesting.
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 Okay.
Phuket looks better than Bangkok.
من ميديا أعتقد اتصال ضعيف عندك، ما نسمعش فيك كويس. Okay.
Phuket looks lighter than Bangkok.
Letter or better?
Letter. Better. Sorry.
Okay. Yes.
Phuket looks better than Bangkok.
That's right.
Phuket looks better than Bangkok.
Phuket looks better than Bangkok.
Okay, let's listen to the next one.
But Bangkok's more crowded.
Bangkok's more crowded.
But Bangkok's more crowded.
Bangkok's more crowded.
But Bangkok's more crowded.
But Bangkok's more crowded.
And the people in Phuket are probably friendlier.
And the people in Phuket are probably friendlier.
And people in Phuket are probably friendlier.
are probably
friendlier.
Okay.
And the people in pockets probably more and the people in pockets probably are probably friendlier.
That's it. Are probably friendlier, right?
Yes. And the people in pocket are probably friendlier.
And the people in
and people in pocket are probably friendlier.
Good.
And the people in pocket are probably friendly.
And the people in Brooklet are probably.
But Phuket's more expensive.
اوكي خشت بعضها شوي حكاية. اوكي واحدة مني ما كملش. اعتقد عايشة عندك ممكن نت بطيء شوية. هل صوتنا يصل لك متأخر؟ هل تسمعي فينا متأخرين؟ عايشة؟ ممكن صوت يسمع. هدى سراج هدى. Can you say it again please?
And the people in Bangkok are probably friendlier.
صح. Okay. Probably. Okay. عايشة دورك. Okay.
And the people in Brooklet are probably friendly.
Okay, are probably friendlier.
Probably friendly.
Probably. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Let's listen to the next one. بسمع. أنت ملعب.
Yes.
Did you لحقتي؟ حصلتي دور؟
Yes.
I still think parking Bangkok's fact more.
هذه more interesting. I still think Bangkok's more interesting. اوكي خلينا نشوف وين واصل التسجيل باش نعاودوا ورا التسجيل. Let's listen.
I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
I still think Bangkok's. I still think parking. I still think Bangkok's. I still think Bangkok's.
Okay, I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket. More interesting than Phuket. Okay, let's see. Rana, can you do number 7?
Okay, I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Okay, Huda?
Phuket. I still think Phuket more interesting than Phuket.
That's correct. Yeah, Phuket.
You're listening to me? Hello?
Yes, hi, I can hear you.
Oh my God.
Okay, انت من بكري مفتوح المايك.
Oh. كيف يتسكر هذا؟ I'm sorry teacher, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Let's see where's هنشوف.
Oh my God.
في الميوت يا عائشة، في الميوت تقدري أنت تتحكمي، تتكلمي وقت الإجابة، وتقدري تسكري وقت مثلا تبي تستمعي فقط، عرفتي؟ أيوة، أنت تقدري تتحكمي فيها. لما مثلا تبي تجاوبي أو تشاركي تقدري تنحيها وتجاوبي، ولما يعني بتتدربي بروحك تقدري تخليها ميوت مثلا. Okay, let's see number 7. Manal, what about number 7?
Okay, I still think Bangkok more interesting than Phuket.
Correct, nice. Media?
I still think Bangkok is more interesting than Phuket.
All right. من مازال ما دارش. Yes, سبيل.
I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Nice, good. من مازال هدى.
Yes.
بسمة also.
I still think Bangkok more interesting than Phuket.
Nice.
I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
All right. Raneem, would you like to try? Shall be number 7.
I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
That's right. Nice. Let's listen to number 8 now.
Phuket's probably safer too.
Okay. Okay, Huda?
Phuket, it's probably safer too.
All right. Media?
Phuket's probably safer too.
Silsabil?
Phuket's probably safer too.
Basma?
Phuket's probably safer too.
Good. Raneem?
Phuket's probably safer too.
Right. Rana?
Phuket's probably safer too.
Good. Manal?
Phuket probably safer too.
Right. Aisha? عائشة. اوكي، في حالة تحبي تشاركي يعني فقط الميوت، نحي الميوت وتقدري تتكلمي بعد. Alright, very nice. Let's listen to number 9 الأخيرة.
And it's quieter.
Quieter.
Oh, correct.
And it is quieter.
And it is quieter.
And
it's quieter.
Okay.
And it's quieter.
Yes. اوكي، لاحظتوا اكيد ان quieter مخالفة نوعا ما للقاعدة، صح؟ من اللي لاحظ فيكم الموضوع هذا؟
By 2 syllables.
Yes, الquiet فيها 2 syllables بس sorry spelling.
I think
صار في double T.
quiet.
هذا قلت لي انه
في ال 1 syllable double بتاع T.
Yes.
يصير في ال 1 syllable، لكن quieter
not 2 syllable. I think
quiet.
it is I think diphthongs and triphthongs are quiet. There is no consonant between the 2 syllables.
Maybe you're right. هو مزبوط. العية هو يعتبر diphthong لأن عندك صوتين مع بعض, 2 vowel sounds together فيعتبر diphthong. But I don't.
Yes, like power,
Power,
triphthongs, There is five diphthongs.
In power.
And diphthongs and the schwa. Like employer, like oya, aya, ia.
Okay. Yes, but actually,
I don't know, but quiet.
Okay, let me show you. Let's check. Okay, so this is it's actually okay. هذا قلنا 2 لكن خلينا نزيد نتأكدوا. 2 syllables. Pious, 2 syllables. Quiet, a 2 syllable word. Quiet is 2 syllables. Okay. ممكن أنت تتكلمي بالك عليه quite maybe بسمة. لأن quite 1 syllable. Look at this exercise. Can you see this, Basma? Can you read this sentence?
Where?
Can you see the screen مش باين عندكم. Sorry.
No.
أنا حسب توقعت درت screen share. لا أعطوني المفروض باين عندك ترى. Can you see the screen share? سكرتها. sorry سكرتها من غير قصد. Okay. Okay, can you see this? Can you see Google now?
Yes.
All right, so here it says quiet is 2 syllables بس أعتقد ممكن أنت قلتي عليه quiet ممكن quite 1 syllable تعتبر. Here there's a nice exercise. Can you read this one? Sorry. Can you read this sentence, the first one, please? This one. Can you read it, Basma?
It's this is yes. I quit my job because it was quite stressful. Now my life is quiet.
Right. So it says here the question, which ones have 1 syllable? Which one has 2 syllables? What do you think?
Quit 1 syllable.
Okay.
Quiet 1 syllable.
Okay.
Then quiet 2 syllables.
Okay, let's check. So quit. مش كاتب لك how many syllables. Quite, fairly in British English. Quite means fairly. Quiet is 2 syllables. Okay. فأعتقد الquiet كلامك ممكن على diphthongs. Maybe are you speaking about quite? ممكن quite فهذا الموضوع اللي حكيتي عليه.
Quite, yes.
Yeah, quite is 1 syllable صح. Yeah, so quite تعتبر غريبة شوية يعني. مفروض 2 syllables نديروا لهم more. مفروض يعني more quiet بس quite quieter يعني. I don't know why الحق. I don't know why we use quieter بدل more quiet. I'm not sure, but this is how it is, quieter. And it's
I think it's because the vowels not ليست منفصلة، ليس بينها consonant يعني. عادة المقطعين يكون فيه.
ممكن صح كلامك. Yeah, okay, can you check it for us? اليوم هذا الموضوع الريسيرش بتاعك بس.
Yes, إن شاء الله.
Yeah, على الأقل نستفيد ونعرف بالضبط القصة لأن أنا مش متابعها الموضوع. I don't know كيف يعني why علاش تعتبر شادة يعني. فيها ER رغم أنها فيها 2 syllables يعني. Strange, it's a bit strange.
Yes.
All right, so now let's listen to the end of the story. So of course we listened to the beginning of the story. سمعنا بداية القصة اللي هو لوك ومونيكا ما كانوش متفقين هل حيمشوا لبوكيت هل حيمشوا لتايلاند. So they're not sure where to go. Okay, so now we're going to listen to this track after اللي هو رقم 9. هذا حيكون بعد العطلة متاعهم. So it says here, where do you think Luke and Monica went on holiday? Who do you think won? Did they go to Phuket? Did they go to Bangkok? Sensabi Shinraik.
I think they go to Bangkok.
Okay, so you think
لأن يعني الراجل هو اللي بقى لها.
اوكي تنشوفوا. اوكي المفروض هيك يا سيسبي، لكن للاسف في الحياه مش هذا اللي يصير دائما. اوكي what do you think of the media?
تعرف الحكومة عند مني بالضبط؟
So فرايك من اللي مشى كلامها on the media, what do you think?
مونيكا.
Monica.
Me too, Monica.
Okay, Rana also thinks Monica. Any other opinions? منال ايش رايك؟ هل مشوا في الأخير لبانكوك ولا لبوكيت؟ What do you think?
I think Phuket.
You also think Phuket. Okay. All right, so let's listen to this part. This one is actually a bit funny. So let's listen and let's find out. Okay. So what happened? Where did they go?
We didn't listen.
You didn't listen?
Yeah.
Yes.
صح ما share sound ما كانتش مفتوحة. Sorry. Sharing مش مفتوحة في الصوت. Okay, let me take you back and let's listen again. هذا 8.6.
Is it running now?
Yeah.
And the people
No.
in Phuket are probably friendlier.
Can you hear it? The people in Phuket are probably friendlier.
Yes.
Okay. هذا نهاية السابق. تو حتسمعوا اللي بعدها بعد شوي.
But Phuket's more expensive. I still think Bangkok's more interesting than Phuket.
Phuket's probably safer too. And it's quieter.
Recording 8.7.
Hi, Luke. How are you?
Hi, Terry. I'm fine, thanks. Just back from holiday, actually.
Where did you go?
We went to Thailand. A place called Phuket. It's an island.
Yes, I know. But I thought you didn't like beach holidays.
Me? Oh, yes, I love the beach. It was my choice, actually. Monica wanted to go to Bangkok.
Really?
Okay. So where did they go?
To Phuket, but he's lied.
Yeah, he's lying. Yeah, he's because his friend knows that he doesn't like beaches.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so in the end, they went to Phuket. Yeah. Okay. Now, in number 10, it says choose one of the adjectives in the brackets. Okay. So let's do this this nice exercise. So here, number 10, let me show you what we want to do. So it says here, choose one of the adjectives in the brackets, then fill the gaps with the comparative form and than. Okay, so هنا طبعا الفكرة أعتقد هتختلف على حسب كل واحد رأيه أو إجابته. So for example, مثلا خلينا ندير رقم واحد مع بعضنا. So for example, let's say you want to compare this year, you want to compare 2021, you want to compare it to last year, 2020, okay? So the question is, food is وعندنا خيارين يا إما cheap يا إما expensive. طبعا لازم نحولوهم للcomparative وأيضا حنستعملوا than.
Yes.
So what do you think, Media?
Food is more expensive. It's more expensive in 1921 than 2020. Than 2020.
Okay, صح.
It was
أو بإمكاننا نستعمله it was last year بدل يعني مش ضروري ذكر السنوات صح؟
Yes.
كيف حنديروا دان؟
حتكون بالطريقة دي حتكتب more زي ما أنت جاوبتي بالضبط more expensive than وبعدها حنرجع لتكملة الجملة.
It was last year.
بالضبط. It's more expensive than it was last year. يعني أغلى مما كانت السنة الماضية. هي أكيد فكرة يعني. طبعا طبعا it أكيد نتكلم على الفود يعني.
Yes.
هذه الفكرة يعني. Okay, so Media, can you read the all of it together مع بعض?
Okay. Food is more expensive than it was last year.
That's right.
It is.
Okay, you can complete, huh? It's
okay. It was 5 years ago. It's severe. It was it's severe than it was 5 years ago.
Okay. And the last one?
Public transport. Good, bad. It was 10 years ago. Public transport. It's better than it was 10 years ago.
Okay. Okay, هذا رأي Media. خد شوفوا منال. What do you think, Manal? What about your town?
Okay. Food is more expensive than it was last years.
Okay.
It is dangerous. Is more dangerous than it was 5 years old.
Ago.
Age ago. I'm so sorry. Okay. Public transport is worse. Yes, worse.
Worse.
Is worse than it was 10 years ago.
Okay. Okay, so different. Let's see someone else. Basma, tell us about your city.
Right, worse.
Sorry? Worse. Okay.
Worse.
Worse is written like this. Worse.
Yes.
And worse like purse, like curse, like nurse. أعتقد نفس الsound. Worse, nurse, purse, curse, hearse, first, skirt. نفس الصوت. All right, so what do you think, Basma? Tell us about your city compared to last year.
Okay. Food is more expensive than it was last year. It's
silver than.
And it's more dangerous than it was 5 years ago. Public transport is worse than it was 10 years ago.
All right, okay. Okay, let's check the next group here, the one about your life. Rana, tell us about your life compared to last month, and your hair compared to last year, and your life compared to 5 years ago.
Okay, my English is better than it was last month.
Oh, okay.
My hair is longer than it was last year.
It was okay. And your life?
My life is more interesting. It was than it was 5 years ago.
Okay. More interesting than it was. Okay, okay. What about you, Cecilia? Tell us about your life.
Okay, my English is better than it was last month. My hair is longer than it was last year. My life is more interesting than it was 5 years ago.
Okay, okay. Who else would like to tell us about their life?
My English is worse. It was last month.
Okay.
My hair is shorter. My hair is shorter. It was last year.
Than it was.
Than it was last year. My life is more interesting than it was 5 years ago.
Okay, so at least the last one is a good thing. Okay, anyone else would like to tell us?
Doctor,
yes?
Can we stress the word was? Because I think it is important here.
My hair is longer than it was. My hair is longer than it was last year. My hair is longer than it was. I think there is a bit of stress here. Longer than it was last year. Longer than it was last year. Longer than it was. I'm not sure, to be honest. But your suggestion makes sense. It's logical. Longer than it was last year. It's longer than it was. Maybe there is a stress.
It's a main verb.
Yes, you're right. It's working like the main verb. My hair is longer than it was last year. Longer than it was. Yeah, we don't have any other verbs because is, it's also an auxiliary. Was is because this is the verb we're comparing with both periods. ممكن stressed صح. But I'm not 100% sure. But منطقيا صح الكلام. حتكون باينة لأن باش نبينوا الفرق بين السنة اللي فاتت والسنة هذه أو المدة اللي فاتت. Yeah, it's a good point. Tell us about your life, Basma. What about your English?
Yes, okay. My English is better than it was last month. My hair is shorter than it was last year. My life is more interesting than it was 5 years ago.
Okay, So positive changes, that's good. Raneem, can you tell us about your city or your life? You can tell us about any changes. Well, you can choose whatever you want to talk about, your town or city or your life. حتى both تتكلمي عن الاثنين.
My life.
Oh, okay.
My English is better than it was last month. My hair is longer than it was last year. My life is more boring. It was 5 years ago.
Okay. All right. So this means in number 10 فكرة رقم 10 أن تقدروا تقارنوا بين شيئين وتقدروا تقارنوا بين نفس الشيء على فترتين. هذا اللي بيحاولوا يوصلوه لنا في exercise number 10. يعني بإمكانكم تقارنوا بنفس الشيء على فترتين مختلفتين. So between the present and the past, for examples. So this is the idea here. Okay, so now it says compare your sentences with your partner. How many are the same? Okay, هذا part C. كملناه مع بعض. لكن part B we can do it. It says write 2 more sentences about your town or about your life. Okay, let's see. On the media, can you think of another thing to talk about, to compare in your town or maybe in your life? For example, you can talk about the weather. You can talk about people in your town. Are they happier? Are they sadder? You can talk about in your life. You can talk about if you have a job, you can say better or worse. You can talk about your phone, better or worse. You can choose anything you want to talk about. أي شيء.
My work experience is better than 1 year ago.
Than it was 1 year ago.
Yes, it was. My work experience is better than it was 1 year ago.
Oh, okay, 1 year ago. أو تقدر تقولي حتى last year.
Yes. لو بنتكلم على شخصيتي أي الأفضل يعني my characters.
Okay. لكن على أي نقطة أو أي خصلة من شخصيتك اللي بتتكلمي عليها؟
عن قوة الشخصية مثلا.
Okay, so you can say my personality is stronger.
Personality is stronger than it was 5 years ago.
Yes, very nice example. My personality is stronger than it was 5 years ago. وأيضا بإمكانكم تستعملوا حتى verb to be في الأمثلة هذه. مثلا I am زي المثال الثاني. لو تلاحظوا المثال الثاني رقم 2 هنا it's مستعملين verb to be. فأيضا على أنفسكم تقدروا تستعملوا verb to be نفس الفكرة. I am stronger than I was مثلا 5 years ago. لكن هذا stronger مش زي في الشخصية. ممكن stronger جسديا. ولا نقدر نقول مثلا I am more confident أكثر ثقة. I am more confident than I was 5 years ago. الاثنين صح يا أم نميدة. تقدر تقولي my personality is stronger than it was 5 years ago. ولا تقدر تقولي I am more confident than I was 5 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, good example. Who can add other examples؟ عنده أمثلة من عنده يضيفها سواء للتاون أو السيتي أو سواء على اللايف. Any examples? منال، رنا، سلسبيل.
Yes. My city is more crowded than it was 2 years ago.
Good point. That's true. My city is more crowded than it was 2 years ago. You're right. Okay, correct. Nice example. Any other examples? Rana, can you think of any other points to talk about? You can talk about your city. You can talk about your life. You can talk about your family. You can talk about your friends. You can talk about, if you have anything, phones, cars, I don't know.
The cars is more expensive than it was 5 years ago.
Okay, it's a nice example, very nice. But let's write it. So you want to talk about cars in general, right?
Yes.
So let's write it. Oops, white color. So cars. Okay, so what's the verb to be we should use here, Rana? Cars.
The cars is.
But is it singular or is it plural?
Plural.
So what do we say?
The cars are.
Oh, very nice. Cars are. And now you can compare.
More expensive than it was 5 years ago.
More expensive than, but here plural. Can we say it, or do we have to change it to plural?
Then it were.
Where's is correct. It ليش حنغيرها the plural of it.
They.
Right, that's correct, right? More expensive than they were. And do you want to compare with last year, Rana? Or 2 years ago, or 10 years?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, for example. Then they were 5 years ago. Good example. So cars are more expensive than they were 5 years ago. Phones are more expensive than they were 5 years ago. Good examples. All right, so this is the idea. In this lesson, the focus, of course, is comparative adjectives.
Can we use comparative? We start with past simple or past?
Maybe you can. For example.
Like, yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Maybe your example is more interesting.
Yes. Winter last year was colder than it is this year.
Correct. But I think maybe it's more logical to start the present compared to the past, right?
Yes.
It sounds.
That's why I asked.
Yes. But if the thing is, for example, fixed maybe in the past, like your childhood. For example, you could say children's lives. لا نفس الشيء يعني حتى تقارنها بالحاضر فالأفضل نبدأ بالحاضر. You can say children's lives today are harder than they were 20 years ago, for example, right?
Okay.
Or children have a harder childhood than they did 20 years ago. Because here I think we're using past simple.
Yes, can we say winter this year is hotter?
Warmer. You can use warmer.
Warmer, yes.
Yeah,
warmer
or you can use milder.
And it was.
Milder also. Mild, when you say mild winter, it means it's not cold.
Yes.
Mild. It's the opposite of cold.
Yes.
All right, this is also correct. So these are different tips or different rules for how to compare things together. Sisabit, did you have a question? كنت بتسألي سؤال.
Yes. في المثال الأول قالوا food is، ليش ما داروها جمع؟ يعني foods are زي ما يعني في المثال بتاع cars are more.
Good question. Food, okay, is it countable or is it uncountable?
uncountable.
Correct. Food
يعني
is
ما نجيش
uncountable.
نقول food، ما نجيش.
Foods, different foods. عادة نقولوا food زي ما تقولي cheese أو تقولي chocolate. هذو حاجات uncountable. وديما الحاجات uncountable نعطوا فيها استعمال المفرد كأنهم is يعني. مثلا cheese is tastier than it was last year. لو مثلا جودة الجبنة تحسنت مثلا. Or for example, rice is cheaper than it was last year. Oil is healthier than it was 10 years ago. مثلا. فبصفة عامة الحاجات الغير معدودة حتمشي ب is. لكن cars or for example phones or computers or watches
eggs,
electronics مثلا هذول كلهم نينهم countable، فحتضطري حتديريهم بصيغة الجمع. لما تتكلمي على حاجة بصفة عامة في العادة نحوله للجمع يعني، إلا لو كانت uncountable طبعا. لو كانت uncountable you can't put s of course. So this is the reason. Okay, so now let me take you to our next topic. This, of course, we'll study this in our next lesson, but at least let me show you what we'll talk about. So here we want to talk about a day out, planning a day out. So of course, when you say planning a day out, is it the same as traveling or not the same as traveling to another country, for example? What do you think? What do you think, Basma? Is it traveling when we say a day out?
Maybe at the same city or there is no travel.
Okay. So maybe at the same city, I think even if it's in another city, but not too far away. Do you get the idea?
Okay.
So, and it's only for one day. So يعني حتكون رحلة مسافة يوم واحد. مثلا يعني حتى لو مسافة طويلة يعني ممكن 100 كيلو 200 مثلا. Because you have to go back home on the same day.
Yes. Because it's one day, yes.
Yes, it's one day. عادة زي اللي هم الويكند، مع ان الويكند هي 2 days. لكن a day out it means you know ما فيش بيات. الشخص العائلة حتمشي وترجع في نفس اليوم. So in this lesson we will talk about some activities, some places that you can go to in the UK to have a day out. حنتكلم عليهم. So we have two places actually. The first place is this place, Chessington World of Adventures. So this is the first place. And the second place مكان حنتعرفوا عليه اللي هو Regent's Park. Regent's Park in London. So we will read about these two interesting places. And of course, there are many things to do in these two places. So we'll read about this. And we will learn how to use I'd like, how to say I'd like. this. Yes, I'd like, I'd rather, and I want. So I want and I'd like, it's the kind of the same meaning. Okay, so if you say, for example, I'd like some chocolate, I want some chocolate, there isn't a big difference. Who thinks there is a difference? And if you think there's a difference, what is it? Who thinks there's a difference between I'd like some chocolate and I want some chocolate? Or is it the same?
Maybe I'd like is polite.
Yes.
More polite than I want.
I think you're right, Basma, yes. So if you're in a cafe or in a restaurant, it's a lot better to say I'd like. I think it's better. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. I'd like a tuna sandwich with mayonnaise. I'd like a cheeseburger with fries, please. Maybe it's better when you want to order something. I think it's better. But if you're talking with your friends or if you're talking with your family, I want is not bad. It's okay. But for close people, I think. Okay, there's a new one. I'd rather. Have you heard of this one? I'd rather.
No.
No.
I'd rather. Okay, so I'll give you an example of I'd rather. So if I ask you, do you want to go to the beach or do you want to go to a cafe? So if you answer and you say, I'd rather go to a cafe, what do you think it means? I'd rather go to a cafe.
I prefer.
Like I prefer. أفضل صح? I prefer. I'd rather. منال.
أفضل أو بدل يعني I like التفضيل بين حاجتين أو مثلا أمشي كده بدلا عن كده.
صح.
كبدل.
بالضبط هي المعنى كأن اثنين في واحد، فيها معنى أفضل وأيضا بدل الشيء الثاني. يعني I'd rather go to the cafe بدل going to the beach مثلا. فهي فيها تفضيل وفيها كبديل. الشيء هذا أنا نفضله كبديل للشيء الثاني. فعادة في الاختيارات I'd rather
There are two choices. Choices. And I prefer one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's often like this. Yeah, I'd rather. But sometimes children, British children, especially if they're spoiled, مدلعين مرات عادة أهلهم يخيرون بالأشياء فيجاوبوا I'd rather die. يجاوبوا مثلا كإجابة نوع من التهكم أو قلة أدب يعني. فأحيانا يستعمل فيها في تعبيرات ساخرة I'd rather die, I'd rather eat a fish, I'd rather. فمرات يستعمل فيها بالشكل هذا بشكل ساخر يعني أن من كثرة الخيارات سوء الخيار فأني I'd rather ندير حاجة تانية مختلفة عليهم نهائيا. So sometimes they use it like this الاستعمال للساخر أحيانا. لكن في سياق درسنا هذا حناخدها اللي هو الاستعمال الطبيعي كبدل لشيء تاني أفضلية وبدل. So we will do this in our next lesson inshallah. After that let me just take a look at okay, nice. I think this lesson is a bit short. ممكن نلحقه على اللي بعده. We will talk about weddings. So it's also nice. We will read some emails. We will talk about a wedding. And
our lessons are more difficult than they were last month.
I agree. I completely agree. Because this is elementary B. يعني من unit 6 work وجاي كل أصبح elementary B. زاد المستوى أصبح مركز أكثر من لو تقارنوا مثلا بunit 1.
Yes.
unit 1 كانت زي البيجنر مراجعة أكثر للبيجنر لكن هنا صار في تغيير ملحوظ. I think you're right. ومع نهاية الكتاب أيضا ما زال في أشياء جديدة. يعني مع نهاية أعتقد في يونت 10 ليونت 9 فصل اللي هو الكونتينيوس. عندكم مازال قاعدتين جدد حيتكلموا عليها، البريزنت كونتينيوس حنتكلموا عليها، وأيضا أعتقد عندكم حتى البريزنت بيرفكت حيذكروه لكم بشكل يعني خفيف، أو يعني present perfect يعتبر شوية مش صعب لكن في شوية تفاصيل يركزوا لكم عليها أكثر في البري intermediate، لكن نحب نوريها لكم بس موجودة لأنها كيف أول مرة يعطاها في elementary B. Let me show you the lesson. Unit 12 بالضبط، في آخر واحدة نفكر فيها. Here it is. Here it is. Here, present perfect. Have you ever been to Australia? مثلا. Have you ever here? We'd rather be self-employed. I have never had a holiday. We've never had a holiday together. مثلا. A guy hasn't been. ففي يعني قاعدة جديدة أعطينا لكم كمقدمة، مش بتفصيل كبير، لأن مازال في المستوى الثالث بري انترميديت والمستوى الرابع انترميديت فيها تفاصيل أكثر، لكن لأول مرة حيعطوها لكم في الاليمنتري بي نهاية الكتاب. فكلامك صح، بس ما there are lots of new things I think in the end of the book compared to the beginning. So want and would like. اوكي بالنسبة لي want and would like يا رنيم، want اللي هي أريد وخلاص، هما المعنى العام زي بعض. I want أنا أريد، I'd like أنا أريد، نفس الشيء، ما فيش اختلاف كبير. I'd like فممكن نوع من يعني أدب أكثر، ممكن أحسن في الأوضاع الرسمية أو ممكن في مطعم. So you can use I'd like أفضل من I want. بس في المجمل العام نفس المعنى، يعني أريد نفس الشيء. Okay, so there's no difference. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll see you again on Monday. And thank you for your time. And have a good evening. And bye bye.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you very much.
Teacher, how are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
I miss you, teacher.
I miss you, teacher.
I miss you
Thank
too.
you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Have a good day. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.